In this experiment, I'm going to start off by soaking some cotton wool, just like so, in some concentrated ammonia solution at this end of the tube. And then once that's soaked, I'm going to pop that just in the end of the tube, like so, and pop a stopper on. And at the other end, I'm going to do the same thing, but instead of using concentrated ammonia, use concentrated hydrochloric acid solution. Then that will sit in there and pop that stopper on. And then we're going to allow this reaction to take place. So I'll just rewind, I'll take those things out. I will start off by soaking these two pieces of cotton wool, and then I'll pop them into the tube when they are pre-soaked and ready to go. Okay, the two pieces of cotton wool are now pre-soaked, this side in concentrated ammonia solution, this side in concentrated hydrochloric acid solution. So I'm going to very quickly pop these into each end of the tubing. So this is just an empty glass tube. It's going to have that one and stop it at that side. This one, pop that inside there and stopper at that side like so. And now I'm just going to allow that to take place. It's going to take some time. I'll start the stopwatch and we'll keep coming back and having a look at the appearance at different points in time. Now importantly, at this end of the tube, the cotton wool was soaked in concentrated ammonia solution, which releases ammonia gas. And you can see the appearance of the cotton wool just here in the tube. As we move down the tube, nothing notable happening at all. I've put a little marker approximately halfway between the two ends of the tube. Still nothing notable happening yet. And then we reach the other piece of cotton wool, which, if you recall, is soaked in concentrated hydrochloric acid. Now, concentrated hydrochloric acid releases hydrogen chloride gas. That terminology is important. The gas is called hydrogen chloride. It is released from that concentrated hydrochloric acid solution. So the HCl gas is not called hydrochloric acid, it's called hydrogen chloride gas. So the time on the stopwatch at the moment is something around about nearly 3 minutes. Nothing noticeable just yet happening in this tube. Okay, so the time on the stopwatch is just about 6 minutes now. And if we have a look at the tube, that's the centre point of that tube. And to the right of the tube, if you look really carefully, you might be able to just see something happening inside. Let me move the camera slightly above. You might get a better angle on that. If I just zoom out slightly from there, hopefully you can see that around about here where my finger is, there's a white ring forming on the inside of that tube. If I try to get a different angle on that, you might see it even more convincingly, like so. Now notice that this white ring is forming much closer to one end of the tube than the other. So if I zoom back out as best I can, just close that fume hood lid down a bit. So the white ring is over to the right hand side about here in that tube, which is much closer to the end where the HCl gas is being released than it is to the end where the ammonia gas was being released. So key observation, in this tube there's a white ring of solid forming just there, and importantly that is closer to the HCl end of the tube than it is to the NH3 end of the tube.